Oh, so pretty. It is super sunny out today. It is still pretty cold, so I'm wearing my nice thick jacket. I was gonna take Wendy for a quick walk, but I don't know. I think she wants to be out here for a little bit longer. If it were any other day, I'd probably try to like sit with Wendy because like, look at her, she's sitting so nice. But like, it rained all of yesterday, so the ground is very muddy, and I didn't bring a towel. So I'm gonna try and just slowly get her to come inside. Guess who was just chasing me through the apartment? She has so much energy today. It's unusual. She's just excited to see Cleo. She loves seeing her cousin. She's so cute. Guess it was a little tiring of an activity, huh? I forgot that I said I was going to be vlogging, so after Wendy chased me around my apartment, I did some art for a while. It's right there. I'm painting the back end of my bookcase, so it's not so lame. I just ended up really going to my brother's and just hanging out. The thing about vlogging is I feel like I don't really do anything exciting, so why would I want to vlog it? But the point of me vlogging is that I'm trying to figure out how vlogs work, which is also why I'm doing this. If you didn't know, I'm trying to figure out how vlogs work for something in the future. I'm doing research right now, but I can't bother to actually watch a vlog because, no, I don't have the attention span for that. Just freshening up my nail polish because it was cracking, and I just decided to deal with it before it got bad, which is honestly how I should probably do a lot of things. But I won't. I will not learn from this lesson. The things I do for Wendy, it's midnight and she has to go potty, so gotta go to walk in the pitch black. Okay, we're getting closer to the front of the building, so there's actually some slight light. You can see the other buildings, you can see the moon. Can't see her because she's, you know, a black puppy, but you can see her leash. At least the moon's pretty. It's another beautiful day. Wendy does not have as much energy as yesterday, which I am totally fine with. She was crazy yesterday. There's some jerk who doesn't clean up after their dog, even though you're supposed to get a fine if you don't clean up after your dog. And Wendy has to smell it all the time, and I hate it. And if you're the person who's not cleaning up after their dog in a public area, you're somehow watching this, you know who you are. Clean up after your dog. It's not that hard. Sometimes deer are here. That's the only reason why I can think why she has to like observe this field every time we go out. I heard shuffling. I think it's bigger than a bird, but I don't know what it would be. 'Cause I don't see any deer. You know what? There was a fat rabbit earlier. It might have been that. Hear that? It sounds big. So I found the movement. It's near the base of that tree right there, but there's just too many brambles. I can't see what it is, and I'm definitely not going to try and walk through that. But I think I found the general area, so it's definitely not a deer. Deer would not fit on that slope. Wendy doesn't care either way. Unrestrained summer fun in the spring. Wendy's more than content to just roll around here. I guess I'm just going to chalk that sound up to like a rabbit or a particularly fat squirrel. Hope it's not squirrels. Wendy is a squirrel hunter. Do not need more of those around the property, especially not any big ones. Little labby. Technically she's a doodle, but she looks so lavish right now. Aww. Would you guys believe that Wendy wants to chase me? My proof of this is I was walking down the hall to get something. Remembered I needed to do something, and you want to chase me? You want to chase? Come get me. If I go back here. You see this? You see this? Go get it. You're supposed to go get it so I can surprise you. Stop it. Come on, drop. You ready? Okay. Get with my good hand, actually. Good girl, bring it back. Good girl. Wendy keeps trying to go over there for some reason. It wasn't there last time. It's just like a bunch of branches. I don't know if it was a deer or what, but not vibing with it. Closer shot of it, it's just sticks and some strings. I don't know, maybe some kids built a fort and it fell down, but Don't vibe with her needing to be near the tree line. How far I throw the ball over in that direction, she just keeps coming over here for some reason. She's not done this before. I don't know if she's getting more familiar with the spot or what, but that and the fact that there's like no one around, which is pretty usual. I come at weird times. Don't love it. You just like the shade in the grass because it's warm out. Wendy, stop trying to go over there. Come on. I don't know, we might leave soon. I think they've been cleaning out an apartment, so there's just this massive dumpster that I can see through my window. I should show you guys a shot later, but it's been here for like 2 weeks. It's fun. Being silly? Go on, do a flip. No, you just want me to know that you're ready to go. This is probably the latest that we can go outside that you'll still be able to see Wendy. Sun's just setting over there, so that's fun. I swear, I just heard someone laughing like really close. I don't know, maybe it was someone in the apartments. Wendy heard it too. I need to figure out how to record in the car. Not because I have important commentary when I drive, but because I think Wendy's funny when I drive. I need to figure out all of the different like vlogging styles I can for lore reasons. Like I said, this is all study. Also, sorry I didn't record my face yesterday. I didn't really think about it, and then I was watching back some of the footage, and I was just like, this feels found footagey. Hi, Wendy. You can't really see. She is resting on the console that separates the driver and the passenger seat. I have the passenger seat open half the time, but she doesn't like the second person alarm, which is fair, but it is a hassle to weave the seat belt behind the chair and plug it in so it doesn't do that. And then she doesn't sit in it half the time anyways, but this is her solution. She essentially snuggles me while I drive. And only occasionally does she put her face in front of my face and I have to push her out of the way. She's usually pretty good about it though. I was applying for a managerial position at the place I worked, and they rejected me, which is fine. I get why they did it. But then they didn't really tell me that there was going to be an opening anytime soon, so then I ended up applying to another place. Well, another place I had applied to forever ago, and they called me back. And they were like, do you want a job here? And I was just like, yeah. And I only found out that they were going to promote me at like the end of the month after I was like, okay guys, here's my 2-week notice. Because I've never done anything interesting in my entire life. Do you like the smell of the hair gel? It's a masculine scent. You don't get many of those at home. Honestly, I think vlogging would be a lot more interesting if, not only if I just did more things, but if I had more people close to me that weren't just family or Wendy. Yeah, I need to figure out how this vlogging thing works, I think. But isn't part of the charm that I don't know what I'm doing? I think that's a little charming, maybe. It's definitely something. We can't really walk at the apartment I live at. There's not a really good walking trail, so if I want to go for a nice neighborhood walk, I basically have to go to my brother's, so Cleo gets to come too. And it's only mostly chaotic. Keep in mind, this is the end of the walk, and they're still pretty tuggy, but I should have recorded the beginning. They were crazy. Cleo was trying to eat her leash. Good fun times. Cleo's starting to drag a little bit. Don't worry, baby. We're almost home. But yeah, Wendy's still going strong. She could probably go for another 10 minutes, but Cleo's got this thick coat, so she gets hot easily when it's hot out. And, you know, spring in Michigan. Can never tell how hot it's going to be. Okay, we got to my brother's house, and yep, tired puppy number 1. Let's go check out the big girl. Oh, tired puppy number 2. Where's your fun walk? They love them. Just looking at the wall not too long ago. Guess there was nothing though. So I recently cut my hair, and I haven't had short hair since I was like a little kid. And honestly, I'm not loving it. I cut it myself. So instead of doing the sensible thing and waiting for it to grow out longer, which is a length I know I'll like, I'm going to keep cutting it because I think I know what the issue is. I think the issue is that it just feels really bulky right here, and I don't want it to, because I was kind of approaching it like it was a bob and not a pixie. So I'm gonna try and like gather the hair up on top of my head, trim like basically until ear length, trim that down just a bit more, and hopefully that's gonna add some better shaping. My sectioning is bad because I lost all my hair clips, but I think I'm just gonna trim like this part, this underside, just a bit more, and I'll shorten this one, and then just have these pieces be, not as long as they currently are, I have to blend them, but be basically the longest parts of my hair. These parts shorter, now I'm gonna leave these parts longer. Goal is to not have it surpass this length, which is very short, I know, especially for me, but I think that'll be better, hopefully. If not, I can live with my mistakes. I still have to do the top part of my head and then, you know, style, because this is just wet plus air drying. But this is how short it is. This is how long it was before. And this is the thinner side. So it is just going to be naturally thinner than this, which has a majority of the hair and then has a majority of my bang as well. I don't hate this so far, so hopefully I'm able to replicate it on the side and then the back, which is going to be a whole thing, and then do something with this. My hair's cut. We're going to style it and see if I hate it more or less, but I don't think I'm going to cut it more than this. Well, maybe. Might add some more layering to the top, but the length is overall, I don't think I can get any shorter. I love when it's 60 degrees one day and the next day it's literally snowing. Now it's not sticking because the ground is incredibly wet and it's only like 2 degrees above freezing. You can, well, she's moving a lot, but you can just barely see the snowflakes showing up on Wendy's dark coat. But yeah, it's freezing out now. And it'll probably be somewhat cold tomorrow, and they'll be nice the day after, because that's what spring in the Midwest is. Still can't really see it, but the snow is like audibly picking up if we weren't so close to the road. Let's get a close-up on Whitney. Look at all that snow. Yeah, fool's winter. You can also see it on my coat. I guess I forgot that you could see it there, because I'm wearing a nice dark fluffy coat. I just finished up this puzzle, and there's this extra bag of even more pieces, because this is a magic shift puzzle, meaning it comes in 3 pieces, so you just switch these 2 around and then there's a big hole in the center and there's more puzzle to solve that, you know, completes the story of the thing. But yeah, it's a really fun puzzle, and once I finish it up, well, I have to clean it up, but then I'm probably gonna paint. So Wendy kept trying to wrestle me around the house, so she got what she wanted, and I decided to take her for a nice walk. We went to the lake. We haven't been here since fall, isn't that right, Wendy? She loves to walk around here. We'll walk around here for like half an hour, 45 minutes, and then she'll be really tuckered out. Hopefully. Last time I was here, all those trees were beautiful, and now they're very dead. Despite being a double breed water hunting dog, Wendy actually has not shown much interest in the lake. She'll, you know, she likes to sniff around it, but she doesn't get too close. I don't know if that's because I don't personally go swimming a lot. She loves sprinklers, though. But yeah, a lot of this, she'll just sniff around the lake, but then whenever there's like a particularly big lap in the waves, she freaks out. It's honestly kind of funny. I was about to say I hadn't seen any fish. Found a dead one. Hell yeah. Oh, there's a couple. I'm gonna guess that these weren't caught then. These were either wild animal or just died and washed up. Disgusting. I did see some little dead fish earlier. Oh, there's some more big ones. Well, that one looks like it was run over. Well, I don't know about fish, guys. I'm not a fisher. That was my dad. There she is being weird about the waters. I did see another dead fish in the grass, so I'm thinking it's probably natural causes, but like, it smells so bad. I don't know why Wendy wants to be over here. Leave the dead fish alone, girl. Yeah. I haven't seen that before, but also I haven't come this time of year, so maybe it's normal. Looks like someone ditched their Christmas tree. Something about fire, line, do not cross. I don't know. It's weird. Ooh, broken beer bottle. Yeah, last time we were here, there was, well, more people. But like I said, I don't blame them. There's also just a lot more squirrels. Guess they must still be hibernating or something. Similar with the fish. Oh, big wind. I found the goose. He's all the way over there. I don't know if I'll be able to get him. Yep, there they are. There are the geese. Mystery solved. Smile the death and decay. That tree has new growth. You know, just keep on persisting, y'all. And you might say that's an evergreen. It doesn't count. I can tell that shade of green is fresh growth. I grew up in Washington. Trust me, I know. Oh, okay. Wendy's taking me away. Bye. Wendy was tugging pretty hard, so she must have found a squirrel, but I didn't see it. Must have already run into its house, because I don't see it in the branches either. Oh, another big wind. And like a jealous woman, at last, the sun, she emerges. She gives us warm glimpses of rays, but she's already being covered by the clouds. No! Some jerks just honked at me. So rude. Anyways, this is the walking trail. I'm sure that during the spring and summer it looks really nice. But now it just kind of feels, I don't know, liminal in a way. Pissed about those motorcyclists. Dead Fish Pier right there. Unlimited sniffs right here. I really miss the sun. The like 30 seconds it was out was actually really nice and warm. But you know, cloudy day. Bird. Is that a mother flipping goose? I'm not gonna chase the goose, it's gonna win. And this secondary little pond thing. I've never really walked the trail before, so guess I never knew it existed. But she's the one who pulled us over here on the trail and then over here, so guess that explains why those guys are here. He's gotten a bit of a second wind, but I don't feel too trusting that those clouds aren't gonna rain down on us, so once we hit the benches up ahead, we'll probably turn around and head home. Yeah, I think we've been out here long enough. Time to head home, Wendy. Mama's cold. What the fuck? Oh, it's those bikers. They're honking their horns again. So annoying. Wendy didn't like it either. I was right not to trust those clouds because now it's lightly hailing. Nothing too extreme. It could also just be snow, but it looks more like hail. But it looks like it's gonna just be casually hailing now. So yeah, we're gonna head home. And the goose honks are upsetting Wendy, naturally. Careful guys, Wendy's starting to foam at the mouth. You know what that means? She's having a good time. Okay, walk debriefing. Was that a good walk, Wendy? Did you enjoy it? I locked the car because the person who was in the lot with me, who I thought was asleep, their car started. So, you know, probably nothing's gonna happen, but just to be safe. Some weird things that I didn't record, but I thought later. I mentioned I hadn't seen any other fish, and that's true. I didn't see any fish in the water. I assume it's just too cold for that. I did see some little tiny fish closer to the parking lot. I just assume it was a fisherman from like yesterday who, you know, beefed it and spilled their bait everywhere. But weird nonetheless. When I was on the trail walking back, I noticed a couple of pieces of, you know, random clothing here and there. There's a glove, much like this one, which I just got at the local store, so, you know. I was just hanging in a tree. I'm assuming it fell out of someone's pocket and then someone threw it in the tree, but it was weird, not gonna lie. Whoever decided that getting this trash thing picked up like 6:30 a.m. real smart, it's really great. It's really great. I guess they weren't getting rid of it. I guess they were just dumping it or something. Still, it was noisy as heck. It's 6:30 a.m. right outside my window. Yeah. Guess they're still working on it, Wendy. Gotta love the random amount of deer on the property. Come on. Oh, they won't zoom in. There they go. And now Wendy wants to chase them. Oh, there was one right there. I show footage, but I started my gouache painting the other day, and I did do it on the wrong paper, but I think my main issue is I actually ripped the tape off too soon, so the paper was wet. So he has a little scarring, but this was more or less a practice piece, so I decided to keep going. I'm about to work on the skin, and instead of using that nice peachy color in my dish, I'm going to try and mix it by hand, so wish me luck. So this is only one layer, so you can still see the orange behind it, but you might be wondering, why did I mix my own skin tone instead of using the pink in the tray? In short, this is the big splotch is the one that I used for his skin. That little dot right there that's much lighter is what comes in the pan. Yes, I could potentially darken it with the primaries that I used to make that color. However, it's just going to be way harder than mixing it to a brown and then lightening with white. And also having the color knowledge to mix that color is going to make it way easier to make different things for shadows and for highlights. Oh, those jerks. Think they own the place? Don't they know that Wendy owns the place? Where are you, Wendy? There you are. She owns the place, not them. Never them. They haven't seen each other in, I think, 2 days. So they're getting a little play date, and boy, is Cleo so happy, and Wendy won't even let me take off her harness even though it's a hindrance to her. Those mother frickin' deer. Leave us alone, please. Back at the park, and she hasn't bolted towards the tree line, so that's great. Choop. Oh, she loves playing fetch. Oh, she loves it. Look at that little princess. Ran her little heart out. Oh, looks like she's ready to go again. Ready to go again? Yeah! Good girl! Now, because I'm really pale, I don't really love the sunlight, but like, I need vitamin, what comes from, is it C, D? I think it's D. Also, yes, I am wearing her leash like a scarf in case I need to grab her real quick. Back to her little shadowy spot. I don't know if that branch was always down. I guess I'll have to recheck footage. That's something I noticed today. Oh, happy baby! Happy baby! Yep. Fort thing's still there. Okay, ready for another throw? I didn't mention this until now because I kind of just forgot. The reason we left the park last time, because as you can see, we're back here. It's totally fine. There were just some kids that came and they wanted to play tag. Wendy wanted to play tag with them. And not everyone wants to play with Wendy. Because I can understand that that's scary. A puppy who's chasing you and barking you and, hey baby, come here. We're not going in the tree line. But yeah, I think she's getting tired. So maybe now my sign is if she goes over to her shadowy spot that she's kind of ready to go home for a little bit, get some water and whatnot. I know Wendy hates heading home. She was just standing out in the middle of the field, not wanting to leave. I think someone came and trimmed this the other day, which would make sense. You know, spring's around the corner, try to get rid of some overgrowth. Looks weird though. Sometimes Wendy likes to backtrack and I like to think of her as a little detective. I saw some deers up there, but she didn't seem to respond, so. Oh, there it is. You can just barely see their tail. Their tails are massive out here. Pretty sure back in Washington they're much smaller. Wendy just saw a deer. I don't think it's run away yet. Yeah, there it is. Looks like a young one. But that could also just be distance. Once I stopped trying to get it to go away, and it approached me. So, I mean, I guess that's a trick you can do at your own risk. There's the DuPont factory that's not too far from my apartment. Apparently once in the 80s, they like poisoned a water supply or something by improper chemical dumping. And, but they did improper dumping of their chemicals and it poisoned a water supply. And some cow farmer was like, I've been in the business for years, my cows are dying weird. And their response before they were like caught was, I don't know, maybe you're just really bad at taking care of cows. See a little baby trying to get under fences she's too big for sniffs. She could easily just walk around it, but she don't know that. Her brain's small. Not really looked over here before, but let me try and get them on footage. So we have a school over there. I just noticed there's like so many balls. Of course I can't get a good angle of it. There's also a huge like dam for whatever reason, but yeah, there's yellow, white. Saw a blue one earlier. I wonder if anyone's ever gotten them or like how old they are. Should probably head inside, Wendy. And I'm not fighting you. I think we should just head inside. Absolutely miserable out, just like Washington. So here I am trying to boil some water so I can boil some eggs for Wendy, and she has the audacity to be over there all pouty like because I'm not paying attention to her. We didn't get to see Cleo today because the house is still disease ridden and they don't want me to get sick, which I appreciate. She has the audacity to pout at me when I'm boiling her eggs. She's so rude. Good morning, world. It is like 6:40 a.m. I'm pretty tired. I did not sleep well last night at all. But Wendy she was chill with being awake, so Guess we're waking up bright and early. I've been sleeping in the past week, so it's been sunny whenever I woke up, but it's probably time I change that. Get back on that morning grind set. Edit videos, all that good stuff. So the eggs I hard-boiled, I intended to also make some for me. You know, the same boilage as Wendy's, and we would share them. But, let's see if I can show you on camera real quick, one-handed. Yep, kind of can. I didn't boil them for long enough, and they're like liquid on the inside, which means I'm not going to be eating them. But that's great news for Wendy. She loves eggs. So recently I've noticed these like utility box things. Let me zoom in. They've been open, and I thought maybe they're just running maintenance like late night. But I noticed another one was open, so I don't know what's up with that. Maybe it's not maintenance. I guess I just always assume, you know, weird boxes on the side of the road are for that, but I don't know.
So the names of the colors of the guys.
So I've mentioned before that Wendy is a water dog, but that she kind of hates bodies of water, bathtubs, lakes, pools. The type of water dog she is, she loves rain coming down on her. She loves running in the rain. She loves splash pads. Basically this dog only likes water coming down from the heavens. Still doesn't like showers. I think that's mostly because we don't have a walk-in shower though.